It was Harold who first made us acquainted when I was dining one night at the Café Britannique in Soho. It is a peculiarity of the Café Britannique that you will always find flies there, even in winter. Snow was falling that night as I turned in at the door, but glancing about me, I noticed several of the old faces. My old acquaintance, Percy the Bluebottle, looking wonderfully fit despite his years, was doing deep breathing exercises on a mutton cutlet and was too busy to do more than pause for a moment to nod at me. But his cousin Harold, always active, sighted me and bustled up to do the honors. He had finished his game of touch last with my right ear, and was circling slowly in the air while he thought out other ways of entertaining me, when there was a rush of air, a swish of napkin, and no more Harold. I turned to thank my preserver, whose table adjoined mine. He was a Frenchman, a melancholy-looking man. He had the appearance of one who has searched for the leak in life's gaspipe with a lighted candle, of one whom the clenched fist of fate has smitten beneath the temperamental third waistcoat button. He waved my thanks aside. It was a bagatelle, he said. We became friendly. He moved to my table, and we fraternized over our coffee. Suddenly he became agitated. He kicked at something on the floor. His eyes gleamed angrily. Psst! He hissed. Vartian! I looked round the corner of the table, and perceived the restaurant cat in dignified retreat. You do not like cats, I said. I ate all animals, monsieur. Cats especially, he frowned. He seemed to hesitate. I will tell you my story, he said. You will sympathize, you have a sympathetic face. It is the story of a man's tragedy. It is the story of a blighted life. It is the story of a woman who would not forgive. It is the story. I've got an appointment at 11, I said. He nodded absently, drew at his cigarette, and began. I have conceived my hatred of animals, monsieur, many years ago in Paris. Animals are to me a symbol for the lost dreams of youth, for ambitions foiled, for artistic impulses cruelly stifled. You are astonished. You ask why I say these things. I shall tell you. I am in Paris. Young, ardent, artistic. I wish to paint pictures. I have the genius, the enthusiasm. I wish to be disciple of the great Bouguereau. But no. I am dependent for support upon an uncle. He is rich. He is proprietor of the great hotel Jules Priols. My name is also Priols. He is not sympathetic. I say, uncle, I have the genius, the enthusiasm. Permit me to paint. He shakes his head. He say, I will give you position in my hotel, and you shall earn your living. What choice? I weep, but I kill my dreams, and I become cashier at my uncle's hotel at a salary of 35 francs a week. I, the artist, become a machine for the changing of money at damn bad salary. What would you? What choice? I am dependent. I go to the hotel, and there I learn to hate all animals. Cats especially. I will tell you the reason. My uncle's hotel is fashionable hotel. Rich Americans, rich Maharajas, rich people of every nation come to my uncle's hotel. They come, and with them they have brought their pets. Monsieur, it was the existence of a nightmare. Wherever I have looked there are animals. Listen. There is an Indian prince. He has with him 2 dromedaries. There is also one other Indian prince. With him is a giraffe. The giraffe drink every day 1 dozen best champagne to keep his coat good. I, the artist, have my bock, and my coat is not good. There is a guest with a young lion. There is a guest with an alligator. But especially there is a cat. He is fat. His name is Alexander. He belongs to an American woman. She is fat. She exhibits him to me. He is wrapped in a silk and fur creation like an opera cloak. Every day she exhibits him. It is Alexander this, and Alexander that, till I ate Alexander very much. I ate all the animals, but especially Alexander. And so, monsieur, it goes on, day by day, in this hotel that is a zoological garden. And every day I ate the animals the more. But especially Alexander. We artists, monsieur, we are martyrs to our nerves. It became insupportable, this thing. Each day it became more insupportable. At night I dream of all the animals, one by one. The giraffe, the two dromedaries, the young lion, the alligator, and Alexander. Especially Alexander. You have heard of men who cannot endure the society of a cat. How they cry out and jump in the air if a cat is among those present. Ein, your Lord Roberts. Precisely, monsieur. I have read so much. Listen then. I am become by degrees almost like him. I do not cry out and jump in the air when I see the cat Alexander, but I grind my teeth and I ate him. Yes, I am the sleeping volcano, and one morning, monsieur, I have suffered the eruption. It is like this, I shall tell you. Not only at that time am I the martyr to nerves, but also to toothache. That morning I have had the toothache very bad. I have been in pain the most terrible. I groan as I add up the figures in my book. As I groan I hear a voice. Say good morning to Monsieur Priel's Alexander. Conceive my emotions, monsieur, when this fat, beastly cat is placed before me upon my desk. It put the cover upon it. No, that is not the phrase. The lid. It put the lid upon it. All my smothered hatred of the animal burst forth. I could no longer conceal my hatred. I rose. I was terrible. I seized him by the tail. I flung him I did not know where, I did not care. Not then. Afterwards yes, but not then. Your Longfellow has a poem. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth I know not where. And then he has found it. The arrow in the art of a friend. Am I right? Also was that the tragedy with me. I flung the cat Alexander. My uncle, on whom I am dependent, is passing at the moment. He has received the cat in the middle of his face. My companion, with the artist's instinct for the curtain, paused. He looked round the brightly lit restaurant. From every side arose the clatter of knife and fork and the clear sharp note of those who drank soup. In a distant corner a small waiter with a large voice was calling the cook names through the speaking tube. It was a cheerful scene, but it brought no cheer to my companion. He sighed heavily and resumed. I hurry over that painful scene. There is Blooming Row. My uncle is hot-tempered man. The cat is heavy cat. I have thrown him very hard, for my nerves and my toothache and my hatred have given me the giant's strength. Alone is this enough to enrage my hot-tempered uncle. I am there in his hotel, you will understand, as cashier, not as cat-thrower. And now, besides all this, I have insulted valuable patron. She have left the hotel that day. There are no doubts in my mind as to the outcome. With certainty I await my conge. And after painful scene I get it. I am to go, at once. He have assured the angry American woman that I go at once. He has called me into his private office. John, he has said to me, at the end of other things, you are a fool. Dolt, no good imbecile. I give you good place in my hotel and you spend your time flinging cats. I will have no more of you. But even now I cannot forget that you are my dear brother's child. I will now give you 1,000 francs and never see you again. I have thanked him, for to me it is wealth. Not before have I ever had 1,000 francs of my own. I go out of the hotel. I go to a cafe and order a bock. I smoke a cigarette. It is necessary that I think out plans. Shall I, with my 1,000 francs, rent a studio in the quarter and commence my life as artist? No. I have still the genius, the enthusiasm, but I have not the training. To train myself to paint pictures I must study long, and even 1,000 francs will not last forever. Then what shall I do? I do not know. I order one other bock and smoke more cigarettes, but still I do not know. And then I say to myself, I will go back to my uncle and plead with him. I will seize favorable opportunity. I will approach him after dinner when he is in good temper. But for that I must be close at hand. I must be, what's your expression, Johnny on the spot. My mind is made up. I have my plan. I have gone back to my uncle's hotel, and I have engaged not too expensive bedroom. My uncle does not know, he still is in his private office. I secure my room. I dine cheaply that night, but I go to theatre and also to supper after the theatre, for have I not my 1,000 francs? It is late when I reach my bedroom. I go to bed, I go to sleep. But I do not sleep long. I am awakened by a voice. It is a voice that says, "Move and I shoot." Move and I shoot. I lie still. I do not move. I am courageous but I am unarmed. And the voice says again, "Move and I shoot." Is it robbers? Is it some marauder who has made his way to my room to plunder me? I do not know. Perhaps I think yes. Who are you? I have asked. There is no answer. I take my courage in my arms. I leap from my bed. I dash for the door. No pistol has been fired. I have reached the passage and have shouted for assistance. Hotel officials run up. Doors open. What is it? Voices cry. There is in my room an armed robber, I assure them. And then I have found. No, I am mistaken. My door, you will understand, is open. And as I have said these words, a large green parrot comes hopping out. My assassin is nothing but a green parrot. Move and I shoot, it has said to those gathered in the corridor. It then has bitten me in the arm and passed on. I am chagrined, monsieur. But only for a moment. Then I forget my chagrin. For a voice from a door that has opened says with joy, "It is my Polly which I have this evening lost." I turn. I gasp for admiration. It is a beautiful lady in a pink dressing gown which I've spoken these words. She has looked at me. I have looked at her. I forget everything but that she is adorable. I forget those who stand by. I forget that the parrot has bitten me in the arm. I forget even that I am standing there in pajamas, with on my feet nothing. I can only gaze at her and worship. I have found words. Mademoiselle, I have said. I am rejoiced that I have been the means of restoring to you your bird. She has thanked me with her eyes, and then with words also. I am bewitched. She is divine. I care not that my feet are cold. I could wish to stand there talking all night. She has given a cry of dismay. Your aunt, it is wounded. I look at my aunt. Yes, it is bleeding, where the bird have bitten it. Chat, mademoiselle, I have said. It is a bagatelle. But no, she is distressed. She is what your poet Scott have said, a ministering angel thou. She have torn her aunt kerchief and is binding up my wound. I am enchanted. Such beauty! Such kindness! Oddly can I resist to fall on my knees before her and declare my passion. We are twin souls. She has thanked me again. She has scolded the parrot. She has smiled upon me as she retires to her room. It is enough. Nothing is said, but I am a man of sensibility and discernment, and I understand that she will not be offended if I seek to renew our friendship on a more suitable occasion. The doors shut. The guests have returned to bed, the hotel servants to their duties. And I go back to my room. But not to sleep. It is very late, but I do not sleep. I lie awake and think of her. You will conceive, monsieur, with what mixed feelings I descend next morning. On the one hand, I must keep the sharp lookout for my uncle, for him I must avoid till he shall have, what do you say in your idiom? Yes, I have it. Simmered down and tucked in his shirt. On the other hand, I must watch for my lady of the parrot. I count the minutes till we shall meet again. I avoid my uncle with success, and I see her about the hour of dejeuner. She is talking to old gentlemen. I have bowed. She have smiled and motioned me to approach. Father, she has said. This is the gentleman who caught Polly. We have shaken hands. He is indulgent, papa. He has smiled and thanked me also. We have confided to each other our names. He is English. He owns much land in England. He has been staying in Paris. He is rich. His name is Anderson. He addresses his daughter and call her Marion. In my art I also call her Marion. You will perceive that I am, as you say, pretty far gone. The hour of dejeuner has arrived. I entreat them to be my guests. I can run to it, you understand, for there are still in my pockets plenty of my uncle's francs. They consent. I am in heaven. All is well. Our friendship has progressed with marvelous speed. The old gentleman and I are swiftly the dear old pals. I have confided to him my dreams of artistic fame, and he has told me how much he dislikes your Lloyd George. He has mentioned that he and Miss Marion depart for London that day. I am desolate, my face tumbles. He has observed my despair. He has invited me to visit them in London. Imagine my chagrin. To visit them in London is the one thing I desire to do. But how? I accept gratefully, but I ask myself how it is to be done. I am poor blighter with no profession and 900 francs.